You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the September 10th, 2024 meeting of the LaPorte County Drainage Board. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
We'll call the meeting to order of the LaPorte County Drainage Board, September 10th, 2024. We'll have pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Joe Cuson.
Here.
Hugh Glasgow.
Here.
Tony Hendricks.
Here.
Connie Grammarosa. Jeff Mitzner.
Here.
Pat Vance.
Here.
Can I have approval for minutes, last month's meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Vader, Sikorsky, obstruction.
Give me your report. You got him down. You got him pinned down.
I got it right here. I'll read it right from my text. Okay, so I talked to Mr. Sikorsky about this situation of the drainage pipe. So this is what he texted back to me, because I told him I wanted a text by today, or we were going to go remove it, and it'd be on his cost. So to Jeff Mitchell, LaPorte County Drainage Board, the drainage pipe will be completely removed by October 15th, 2024 at 8048 North, 400 West, Michigan City. That was in a text, and I sent him back. If we happen to have a big rain and it starts flooding the neighbors before you get this removed, we will remove it and it will be at your expense. And he said, okay. So I don't know if we need anything else on that, Brad, or
Or the right.
Only thing I'd point out is your next meeting is October 8th. So by saying the 15th, he's essentially pushing it out. The next board meeting after that won't be till November.
Right, and as I recall from last month, it was,
Microphone.
if it wasn't.
microphone.
Oh, okay. If it wasn't done by this meeting, we would do it. Do I remember that correctly?
Yeah, we went
I
round
thought
and
it
round
was
with
too.
him, and he wanted to put 2 8s in there, and Jeff says, no way. So Jeff got a hold of him and
Well, and
taking it out, all the way out.
now it sounds like he's taking it completely out.
Completely out. No pipe.
You know, because he eventually he told me, he goes, well, you guys told me you could put a pipe in there. I said, we never discussed a pipe. We thought you were leaving open drain. So I don't know if he still doesn't understand what we got going on here, but
I would suggest you give him a hard deadline of October 8th. That way you can take formal action if it's not done by then. I think what you told him before is if you have to take action before then, the board will.
yes,
But I wouldn't give him a deadline beyond your next meeting.
okay, yeah, because then we're going to run into a wetter season. So,
Yep.
All right, I will get back a hold of him and take care of that and tell him that it's got to be done by October. Because he originally told me it was going to be done next week. Well, now all of a sudden we're getting to October 15th.
Yeah.
So now he's playing with us, and I don't know that I really like that too much.
I would say October 7th. That way we come in October 8th, it's either done or not that morning.
I'm confused. Last meeting, we talked about Tony determining a pipe size. Now we're not gonna do a pipe?
Well, he put an 8-inch.
24 inches what we talked.
Well, he put an 8-inch corrugated pipe in there. So then he told Tony and told me that he was going to put in another 8-inch corrugated. And I said, no, that's not good enough. I said, that's not going to work. If you want any pipe in there at all, it's going to be a 12-inch smooth core, and we're going to be done with this. Well, now apparently he doesn't want to put in anything, and he's going to take it all out.
Yeah, I calculated the 12-inch, and we even told him we're going to give him a free 12-inch, but he's taking it all out now. So no pipe's better than anything.
Do we need a motion?
And if the board wants to take formal action on that, but really at this point you're just communicating with the property owner on what you acted on last month. So I don't think a motion's necessary. It's clear Jeff's response to him. You've already been responding with him, and
Yep, and I'll text him back after the meeting here and tell him that it's gotta be done by October 7th, or we're gonna take care of it. Because we're not gonna mess with it after another month.
No.
It's been long enough. And I told him, I said, what I was worried about is if we get a big rain and then they can't get the crops out because you're holding up water, so. And then he asked me, well, so how much is that gonna cost me? I said, it doesn't matter how much it's gonna cost you, it's gonna get done, so. But that's, hopefully we'll be putting this one behind us. So any other questions on that?
No, we thought it was already behind us.
Well, so did I. Number 3, White Ditch Singing Sands Trail Project Crossing Application.
Yeah, we received an application from the city of Michigan City to cross the White Ditch up in near Michiana Shores, but it's actually located in the city of Michigan City. They want to extend the culvert that's already there so they can put the trail across. We've looked at it. It meets our requirements, so we're okay with it.
Yeah, it's just an extension of existing culvert. As long as they sign a hold harmless, and we have no problems with their approving their pipe.
All right, so do I have a motion for the White Ditch to put their crossing application, or crossing in?
Motion to approve.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Number 4, tree removal bids, Bull and Rodman Ditch, Little Kankakee River.
We got one bid.
How many feet is this?
It's just tree removal
Oh, how long are we?
along the distance,
Yeah.
a couple hundred feet.
Oh, we're just removing a few trees.
Yes. And actually, since I sent that out, more trees have fallen in that area. In fact, in all the ditches, more trees have fallen since I put out the bids.
Really?
Glued in there.
So we have one bid from Allsop Construction for bid for Little Kankakee tree removal. We're down tree on 800 East and Little Kankakee. 3 additional trees are down. I can remove them for an additional $500 per tree. So we got a $500 bid. So he bid it as one tree.
You got enough money to buy?
Yes.
He bid it as one tree for $500, and then we're gonna do 3 additional trees for another $500 per tree. So that's $2,000 total.
Yes.
Seems like an awful lot. I don't know what we got going on there.
Those 3 trees are the ones you talked about, the additional trees that are down?
Yes. Yeah.
Does seem expensive. But you got nobody else.
I suggest we, how big are the trees?
Let's see if I got one handy here.
And I assume they have to be hauled away, huh?
Here's, this is the main one.
It's all the way across.
Do they gotta be hauled away, or do we just set them on the bank?
Yeah, I actually spoke to Christy about that, and she said that she's always required a bank. And I was wondering about that, if they could take them out, or just leave them there. And if you scroll through there, you can see the other ones. I took pictures of those yesterday too.
I guess my suggestion would be is that we possibly rebid this because the water's down right now and we don't really have a situation, and that seems like it's pretty expensive to me for how easy is the access there?
Well, there's a home on the north side, which would be pretty easy to get in there. But on the western side, it's pretty overgrown, so it'd be a little harder to get back in there. And there's a cornfield crops right now, so I don't know how they could get in there without disturbing that.
you mentioned other trees falling down too. Is this just something you can put a bigger scope of a bid on? Is that worth it?
Good, yeah. If I send it out again, I can just make it a larger bid.
Well, if we can't get to the other trees till the corn comes out, I think we got time anyway.
Okay.
So do I have a motion to rebid this situation?
So moved.
Second?
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Monthly reports, Hudson Lake first.
Georgette Joyce, 7299 East Hudson Point Lane, New Carlisle. So the lake is measuring about 2¼ inches, so it's really, really low. It's gone down 2 inches since the 5th of September, so we're losing a lot of water. And praying for rain, but there's no incidents reported on or off the lake. The lake grants, we only had to treat one species, and we're looking at maybe doing a second treatment on the stony starwort. We're trying to balance that with timing of the dredging. For the dredging, we're in really great shape. We got our financing all buttoned up as of yesterday, so we're now just waiting for a signature for the sediment removal site, and then the permit will be issued and we'll be ready to go as soon as the corn comes out. So that'll be probably the end of October, the beginning of November. It'll take 6 weeks to do the sediment removal. It's on 2 sites along the public ramp and then along the south channel and a spur from that. And so we should be done before Christmas if all goes well. Yay! We've been working on this for so long. The drainage agreement with the DNR, we finally got a new copy and we're working on that. We hope to sign it soon. But again, we have to kind of tick and tie a few more things. So the last thing I had was the Taylor Ditch. And we talked about maybe doing something in the fall to relook at it. So when we were talking with the DNR and when we were working on the agreement, they mentioned that they'd be willing to give lend us a drone to go over the ditch so they can really do a good analysis of what work might have to be done on our side. And so, and another neighbor who has a ditch on the west side of Hudson Lake, the Taylor Ditch goes through his property. He says it hasn't been cleaned in a long time and he would like to see something done there. I was trying to make arrangements to go and look at that, but we weren't able to tie up calendars to be able to do that. So it would be nice if we could do a tour with St. Joe, LaPorte, get the DNR drone, get these 2 neighbors and us, and just spend a little bit of time and go through it and figure out what we really have and what we should do, and then the process you want us to follow point forward, so we know that everybody's in good shape. So
We've had some correspondence with John Law at St. Joe County, so we might be able to set this up in the next month.
yeah,
We'll see. I'll email him again and see where he's at.
yeah, that would be great, and for you guys to meet the 2 owners, and then you could hear from them. I mean, it's like telephone, right? As people share information. Then the last tidbit is that I'm actually one of those that were picked to do wildlife sightings for Indiana. It's a study being done by the Agricultural Economics Group of the DNR, Indiana DNR, and Purdue University. So that's been kind of fun. I'm paying attention more of what's out there. I got a lot of deer. So that's it.
I just got a quick question for you. I had a friend who lives on Hudson Lake, likes to fish, and he said that the weed spraying was affecting the fishing. Not that the chemical was bothering the fish, but the habitat.
So the only spray that we did this year was on the stony starwort. It's only in a few places, and it just the chemical just impacts that. Now, other people are getting permits to do spraying that's between them and the DNR, right? So we've not done anything as an organization other than to treat the invasive species. So,
Okay.
and we're going to have a meeting in, I think, mid-November, and it's a public meeting, and the people who do the spraying will be there, and we may have the DNR person who's our manager to work with the sediment removal. So we publish that to people, and I encourage them to come, because then they could talk to exactly what's happening, because they have maps. we don't do anything without studies ahead of time to see where all the species are. And then, we get funding, and then they spray only that. And then this year we didn't even spray for the Eurasian water milfoil because the chemical had did its job, so we had to do none of that this year. And that's the one that's more widespread. Now, I know that there was complaints about this cabbage leaf or whatever plant. I don't really know what it is, but it's been gone for 10 years. So when people are saying things, I don't know. I'm not the scientist and I don't know what to do. So I would encourage them to talk to the DNR biologist, or, because we don't do anything without a permit.
Okay, well, if I run into him again,
Pardon me?
If I run into him again, I'll bring that up.
Yeah. And he could feel free. We have the website. He could feel free to send us email, and we can connect him to whoever they need to talk to.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Alrighty, thanks. Any more questions? Brad.
Briefly, new issue came up, kind of old issue, new issue, but brought up this morning, the white ditch with Michiana Shores. When that was originally set up, the arrangement between Michiana Shores and the Drainage Board, it appears there may have been a 20-year agreement as part of that. We're going to look into trying to find that agreement, because it looks like phase 1 was completed in 2005, which means that 20-year agreement was either signed as late as 2005 or maybe even 2004, which means we need to figure out what the status is for you guys going forward with the white ditch. Conveniently, I'm Michiana Shores attorney as well. They have a meeting tonight, so I'm going to reach out to their board and their clerk at the meeting tonight, see if they've got the agreement, and that way we'll get ahead of it before it becomes.
Did you check with Christy on that, or John?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I did my research. I researched it and tried to find as much information as I could. I wasn't able to find the agreement, but I can go back through and look again.
Okay.
We'll find it.
Maybe reach out to Christy and see if she can find 10.
Okay.
Brad, question for you.
Yep.
Have we worked any on this situation with ditch bank spraying and cleaning along there?
John got me basically the two property owners with the fences, right, that were on the Bull and the O'Hara ditch. So I've got that information. The letter has not gone out yet, but it's in process of going out, letting them know about the encroachment. The agreement that's going to have to be put in place if somebody refuses to let you on the property to spray, it's going to have to be basically a mutual agreement with you guys agreeing as well. So the process would be having them come before the board, right? It's not like they can just tell the guy that it's the contractor that it's out there, you can't come on my property. If they're going to ask for it not to be sprayed, we're going to have them come to the board, sign a written agreement that attaches to their property and tracks with the land. That way, I suspect it's going to discourage most people from going that route, because it's going to put potentially a cloud of title on their property where they're assuming any additional costs or expenses for stopping you from doing the preemptive maintenance.
So how do we go about that if they show up to go spray out there? And then we're just putting ourselves back another month then, because they got to come to the meeting, or is there some way we can contact these people and tell them that we're doing this?
I suppose you could preemptively, before sending out the spray, sending out the contractor, put out a notice to the property owners. They're probably habitual offenders, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, I think there's people that show up every year that they want to be off the list, and they'll send an email too, and say we don't want to be on the list, or they'll call.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's no different than you go down the road and you'll see people with the signs in their yard, no spray type of thing. Yeah. So it's people that don't want it sprayed are going to be the same people from year to year, or from spray to spray.
So we do send out a notice before the spraying to let people know it's coming up. Mm-hmm. Should we include with the mailing maybe the letter if they're one of the habitual?
No, don't give them the option. Make them call us and tell us.
Yeah, I wouldn't send that out ahead of time. I would make them make them be proactive and come to you.
Okay.
And then can't think of her first name, Furch, did she get a hold of you for that same situation from the 4 County Drainage Board? Because we're running the same thing there, and I told her that you were working on something, so she was going to try to get a hold of you.
Not yet, but thanks for the heads up.
Hey, just thought I'd tell you. Yeah. All right, anything else for Brad? Tony?
Kankakee River Basin Commission's on September 27th at Porter County at 10 a.m. if anyone would like to come. That's it.
Oh, I got nothing on joint boards claims.
No claims.
Public comment.
We got one thing for you, Jeff. John South did look at the solar and make sure it's not encroaching upon our easements. the latest system we have by Blue Stem. He got the plans from the building commissioner, so we reviewed those.
So we're good there?
We're good.
So, but my question is then, are they going through our easements?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Okay. As of right now.
As of this project.
Alrighty. As there is no public comment, we'll adjourn the meeting at 8:52. Next meeting will be here October 8th at 8:30. Thank you for coming.